The Onyx was sailing along under full sail. Both jibs, the square sail and the gaff sail all fully set, no reefs in the sails, moving along at a fair old pace. The Onyx's tender, a small dinghy recently purchased, towing the stern. Her captain, William Bertrand, had recently had the fortune to have a nice run ashore, 2 days and nights in the bosom of his family, who were all looking very healthy, very pink, and, especially in the case of his youngest son, very round. A sharp contrast from the very destitute, half-starved pack of coves they had looked when they had arrived at their new home in Saranson some weeks prior. William's earnings as a merchant sailor was really now bearing fruit, at least as far as survival went. But he wanted more than to just survive. He wanted his family to live. And so after his 2-day break, he'd reset himself, prepared the Onyx, and once again set sail, running via Firefly Grotto to pick up a load of copper. At Fort Astron he had bought the dinghy before sailing north, delivering a load to Eastwind. And now, as William sailed the Onyx from Eastwind back to Fort Astron with a load to deliver, the sun setting in the west, William considered the next changes he would make to the vessel, to her sailing plan, a new refit before heading further afield, far out to sea, as was William's plans of course. During William's small spot of leave from the sea, he had discussed his plans with his wife. She had of course not been happy when he had announced that the time has arrived at last. It's time for me to start looking at going abroad, my dear. Oh no, I thought that you would not be heading south for, well, weeks at least yet, William. His wife had replied, somewhat anguished at this startling news. No, certainly not weeks, plural. Maybe a week, maybe 2 at the most. Depends how long I hang around for. But I'm not going south, I'm going north. Oh, no, you're not going back to the kingdom, are you? Oh, of course not. That would be suicide, wouldn't it? No, I'm going to a small island. It's roughly, William said, unfolding a map, about here, jabbing his finger at a blank bit of sea on the map. His wife took a close look at the map before looking up, worry on her face. William, there's nothing there, that's just ocean. Yes, on the map it's just ocean, certainly, but there is an island somewhere there. I can remember my father visiting it. I think he called it Bone Island. It's not marked on any maps, you see. It's something of a secret island, although many people know of the secret, of course. I can't quite remember the coordinates though. I know it's somewhere around 41 degrees and I think it was 20 minutes north, and 0 degrees and about 30 minutes west. I don't know the exact numbers, but if I can just get to about 41 degrees north and just west of the meridian, I'm sure I'll see it. Oh, William, must you go though? Is it really necessary to go so far? His wife had pleaded. Yes, it is necessary. This island is not too far away. I'll only be gone for a couple of days. And I need to practice. I need to know that I can reach these far off places in the open ocean using celestial navigation and all that sort of thing. It's practice, it's training, it's a rehearsal for what comes next. The conversation had of course gone on for some time, and in many ways William was more worried for his wife than his wife was for him. She was not handling the situation well. She clearly did not want him to go, that was obvious. But go he must. It was for their future after all. Anyway, William arrived aboard the Onyx at Fort Astron in the middle of the night. He began to moor up his vessel close to the shipyard in preparation for the work to be done upon the small vessel. And as William pulled the boat in using the mooring lines, a gruff voice came out of the darkness behind him. "All right there, shipmate." Turning, William spotted a suspicious-looking man. "Oh, hello, what can I do for you?" "Oh, I like the boat." "I beg your pardon?" William had replied. "The barking, mate. I like the boat. I want to buy it off you." "Oh, the Onyx is not for sale, old boy. No, this is my livelihood. It's not just a boat, it's my business." "Well, I got 20,000 crowns here. That's a good price if I ever saw one." 20,000 crowns? "I know. Amazing, isn't it?" "No, 20,000 crowns is not even close to what I would sell the Onyx for if I was even contemplating selling the Onyx. You must be mad, old boy. No, you see, I don't think you quite understand how this works, mate. I make the offer, and you accept it. There's no ifs or buts. I beg to differ, sir. No, listen here, right? You've got two choices. You either accept the offer, or if you fail to do that, you might just live to regret your decision. At this, William stopped and squared in front of the man. Is that how it's going to be, is it? Well, let me give you two choices. 1, fuck off and leave me alone. Or 2, failure to do that, you'll wake up tomorrow, or maybe the day after, to find that you've been stuffed inside the latrine cess tanks. Your choice, mate. Oh, alright then, that's how it's going to be, the man had said as he withdrew a truncheon from the inside of his coat. The next day, William awoke from his inn and went out to study the brig moored up just outside the small hotel, a brig that one day he hoped he would be able to afford. He had grown somewhat attached to the Onyx purely for sentimental reasons, but the brig would certainly change his life at sea. As he made his way past the vendors, one of the storemen called him over. "You're right there, sir. You must be that young sailor that man was looking for." What man would that be?" "Oh, I don't really know. He was some wretched cove. Was not happy. Looking for the captain of the Onyx. The funny thing is, he appeared to be covered from head to toe in shit. And as I said, he did not look very happy at all. Mind you, he was covered in crap, so no wonder." "What an extraordinarily odd fellow," William had replied, trying to hide his smirk. Anyway, he was running late. He had overslept and was now late for his appointment at the shipyard. It was time to get on with the Onyx's refit. There was of course much work to be done on the Onyx. William wanted to convert her for proper open ocean sailing. He'd carefully been buying the equipment he would need for the open ocean navigation, and now had all the tools that he felt necessary for doing so. But the ship needed work, and it would take a handful of days, longer in fact than William first thought, before she would be ready for sailing once again. During this time, William tried a number of different sail plans, and William would intermittently take the Onyx out to test her new sailing abilities. He also had additional space cut into her deck, additional space for more cargo, until at last William had settled on a sail plan that he liked. The Onyx had become a topsail schooner. At last, happy with her refit, William sailed her round to load the ship and prepare to depart from the Astrian Islands for the first time since arriving. William bought and loaded victuals onto the ship, more food and water than he would need for his short journey to the north, to Bone Island, but William was overloading deliberately. This being a trial run, he had to act as if he was going further abroad on a much longer journey. And with loading done, he retired once again to the inn for one last night before preparing to depart in the morning.